I'm back with another video today, and in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at exactly how plastic pollution is becoming a problem for us. So let's not waste any more time and get started with the video. Number one, plastic causes pollution. It causes air pollution, soil pollution, and water pollution. So many of you might be wondering, how does plastic cause air pollution? Here's how. Developing countries do not have the means to dispose of their plastic waste in a proper way. And so, many people in developing countries are found burning off their plastic waste, which releases deadly gases into the atmosphere like sulfur dioxide, which is very notorious for causing respiratory diseases. Now, many might say that stopping or banning the burning of plastic waste is a solution, but we need to realize that it solves a part of the problem. It does not solve the source of the problem. Plastic also causes soil pollution. When plastic is not disposed of properly and left on land, on exposure to direct sunlight, it breaks down into microplastic. In this process of breaking down, plastic leaches chemicals into the soil. This is a form of pollution. Now, here's how soil pollution is a problem for us. The plants present on that land, on that very soil, are going to absorb those carcinogenic chemicals and they're going to enter a food chain. Plastic causes water pollution, and that is a very well known fact. We see videos every day of municipalities disposing of the plastic waste that we have generated directly into waterways. This ultimately ends up in our oceans. The marine animals mistake the plastic for food and ingest them. Many cases of dolphins and whales dying because of excess plastic in their digestive tract have been reported from the world over. Now, if this doesn't raise an alarm, then I don't know what will. And it doesn't just end at that. It doesn't just impact the marine wildlife. It impacts us because when we consume seafood, all those microplastics that have not been disposed of properly are entering our bodies. You must have heard of this fact. Every week we are consuming plastic that is equivalent to one credit card. Now let that sink in. That's just 1 week worth of plastic. Number two, plastic is produced using crude oil. Now, crude oil is very notorious for its reputation as being a very polluting industry. One single water bottle requires 6.7 megajoules of energy to be produced, and that is equivalent to traveling 1 mile in a car. Imagine the carbon footprint that we are leaving behind by producing plastic at the rate that we are doing right now. Number three, living beings are at risk. Plastic pollution is damaging plants, animals, and humans alike. We see horrendous images of birds being strangled by consuming plastic, whales washing up on shores dead because of the plastic inside them. Very recently, a whale washed up with 20 kilos worth of plastic inside its stomach. And all of this comes back to us because of the way the food chain works. So we're not just harming animals or plants, which we view as commodities nowadays anyways, but we are harming ourselves as well. As I speak, the Pacific garbage patch is twice the size of Texas. Imagine that. Number four, plastic has a huge carbon footprint. Developed countries right now are sending their plastic waste to developing countries to process and dispose of. And because those developing countries lack the infrastructure to deal with that waste properly, that ends up in our oceans. Now, that is just a part of the problem. When developed countries send their waste off to developing countries, they're adding on more carbon footprint because they send cargo ships full of their waste to developing countries. And that has a huge carbon impact. Number five, magnitude of the problem. Plastic is becoming such a big problem that we are finding plastic in the snow at Arctic. We are finding plastic in the rainfall on the Rocky Mountains. We also found plastic on the deepest dive ever by a human being. All of these things indicate exactly how big a problem plastic is. Now, it's up to you and me to do something about it and change the fate that we are doomed to meet. In my next video, I'm going to share 10 tips on how you can reduce your plastic consumption, and I hope you will find them useful.